on with it. Oh, and I better actually not go straight away because I need to turn my thing off. Otherwise, I'll start talking back at everybody.
So yes,
professionalism, is it? So
hello everyone who is watching. As soon as Matthew is out of the way, so yeah, Matthew's a bit of a shit GM, isn't he? You know, come on, we can speak openly now. No one's listening.
I think we just ought to leg it, leave him here on his own.
So well, we've won.
Won.
Yes. Anyway,
yeah, everything that we wanted to happen has happened.
Matthew has no darkness points left. I think there should be a Nick. He should lose 1 darkness point for every 10 seconds he's away from the camera. So we're on about
10
5
seconds
so
for every
far.
second.
I know, but let's not be too harsh.
Well, I like the way earlier in the message he sent to us, he said, "I've got 29 darkness points. Ha ha ha! We're playing tonight."
Like, basically means we're all screwed. Yeah.
He's
I'm
going to
back
throw
now.
him
Stop
in
talking about me.
What a twat that Matthew is.
I know completely.
Oh, Matthew. Ha 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 ha.
That's very funny. Anyway, over to Tony, who was going to tell us what happened last time.
So last time, a couple of main things happened last time. I and Adib went to Cantina to meet some people that we wanted to persuade to join in the fight when the city was attacked by what was your boss's name? Dali Osman. When Dali Osman was going to attack and try and take down Rakim Beybasin and her local gang of thugs. So there were three people we were trying to persuade to join in that fight. We had with us 3 different coloured doves, which Dali Osman had given to Jalaya, and we were to release these once we had the agreement of these 3 people. We managed to get them all to come to the cantina. Tanam Ed Garam, Moridaka and Bahari, and finally we did manage to persuade them to join in the fight. And
did you persuade all 3, Tony?
Yeah, because we released all the doves. We did persuade all 3.
Okay,
Basically,
I'm not doubting you.
We started off with one of them, Tanam Adgaram, and he basically said, "Oh, well, if you get the other 2 on board, then I'll join." And then Bahari turned up.
No. You started off with the mining.
Oh, Moridaka, the mining guy, and then Tanem don't join up. And they basically said, "Oh, if you get Bahari on board, we'll join." And then Bahari came and did manage to persuade him or her to join, and so then the other 2 were in as well. So then we released the doves. Meanwhile, we had found from one of the people that we'd fought in the Apor Den from Ramsey's Jackals, we'd got a name from them of someone who was kind of behind all the kidnapping of these the people that are in the drop pods. The name was Artur Golem, and we did kind of get some information on where he hung out, but I think we did notice actually while we were in the docks at this cantina, we did notice that he was somewhere around in that area in the docks. Jalaya and Ocean, meanwhile, as a result of Jalaya and Adib's run-in with the militia, they had found out that there's kind of a yard full of some pimped up loaders that the militia were using to generally terrorize the local population, and you went and broke into that to try and disable some or all of these loaders, and I think you managed to
sabotage rather than disable.
Yeah.
So their power cells will explode when they try and fire them up.
So I think you successfully did that, as far as I can tell from my notes.
Yeah, we did. It was brilliant. We were great.
Yep, it was amazing.
Best bit of the campaign so far, in fact, actually.
And I think that's where we were then. So you 2 had sabotaged the loaders, and we had persuaded the 3 people to join and release the doves that were going to trigger the attack.
Right then, so you are split into 2 pairs Are you not?
I can't remember if you. I think you guys said. Did you not come and join us at the cantina after you'd done your sabotaging?
I think we did, yeah.
So I think we were back together.
So
Right.
we need to go and find Golam quickly then, don't we? Before the attack happens.
Yeah.
And do you know where his offices are?
We do.
We know where his offices are, but we also had seen him around somewhere.
We know
In the
where
docks.
Golam is. Yeah, I bumped into him
Yeah, Adib
on
spotted
the
him.
way up. So he's on his way down to the docks. We found that out.
Okay. So are you wanting to confront Golam himself or sneak into his offices while he's down the docks? Or something else that I haven't thought of?
It's kind of quite late at night now, isn't it? Or sort of middle of the night. Because obviously it was dark when we broke
It
into
was, yeah, it's kind of middle of the night, yeah.
So I wonder
Probably
whether we
still,
go
it's not quite
like late
dead of
evening.
night, as it were.
Yeah.
There's still the nightlife happening.
So I wonder whether we try and go and break into Golam's place rather
I think that's
than
probably the good first option. Then we might find
confront
some.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's not going to just go. Oh, it's a fair cop.
Yeah.
I'll take you to where they're all being held. Is it?
It seems unlikely.
I don't know. You're very powerful people from the Coriolis. You might be able to change his mind.
That's plan B, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
With Adib, is it?
Mhm.
Paul?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with Adib's help, because
Stabbing him in the
obviously-
leg or something.
He's
Yeah.
very good at doing
Torture.
persuasive stabbing, as we call it. Yeah, so let's head over to Golam's place then.
Okay. So I was just trying to call up my map and it's disappeared. Don't you hate that? Give me a moment. There we go. And let me share my screen. Oh God, where is it? It's gone. There it is. Share. What are you seeing?
We're
Discord.
seeing your Discord.
That's not the screen I'm going to be sharing. Stop sharing.
And what was that you said to that person? It was
Only very pleasant stuff. Our Discord is a wonderful place for all our patrons to be, an exclusive, safe place. We just advertise that while we're here. Try again. There we go. Now we can see
Yay.
the map.
You know,
And I think we decided, because it
Number
hadn't
6.
actually been written down anywhere, that Golam's offices were going to be in this building.
Apart from
Golam's,
apart from the left where it says Golem's offices number 6.
Apart from the left where it says Golam's office number. Oh no, what
It
we
was
decided
the
It was the yards.
Loaders with
junkyard, the loader.
Loaders
line.
over there.
weren't they? Yeah.
yeah. Well, I think this number 6 is where Golam's offices are.
Ah,
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So you guys are. I think we decided you were here. Yeah, in
Yeah,
yes.
Misa's Casino.
Misa's Casino Cantina.
Cantina. And Paul, I think, saw Golam himself around the docks somewhere here when you were looking for the Akbar,
Mhm.
the Stevedore Akbar. So, what is your plan?
Plan. Oh.
Sorry,
I
We're just
think
gonna-
Normally the plan is a deep blow something up, and then I get us to where the things were blown up is. That's normally the plan.
but Adib hasn't got his heavy weapons, has he?
Oh.
we might need a slightly more
No.
subtle plan on this occasion, possibly.
Right. Okay.
Did you not go and get? I know there was a plan where you were going to go and collect your rocket launcher, but I think to come
No,
back
we
and blow up
nixed
the
that
loaders,
one.
but we changed. We didn't do that, did we?
No.
So
in the end.
I have a plan. I have an idea. How about, seeing Adib knows what Golam looks like, why don't Yaqub and Adib see if you can find him in and around the docks, and follow him back if he's heading back in the way of the office. Do we have communicators? We do have communicators, so you can let us know when he's
At
coming.
least you two,
Yeah.
Yaqub and
Yeah.
Me and Jalea can go and reprise Jalea's excellent work in getting in the yards to get into the office. But then you always have the option, if Golam is on his way back, of just shooting him in the back of the knee or something.
Yes.
How does that sound for a plan?
That sounds like quite a good plan.
Works for me.
Okay.
Okay. So let us go. Let us follow you, Oshan, and Jalea to the offices. Do you go any particular route?
Well, I'm thinking let's go over the bridges off the islands, because if it's quite quiet, then there might be a spot between the offices at number 6 and the shore where we've got a bit of like quiet, dark space we can operate in.
Okay, so when you're saying this, let me use my cursor. You're thinking of going this way?
So I think we were going
Or
the other way.
this way.
No, you've gone one bridge too far.
Okay.
So
Here's
move
my
it
cursor.
Too far.
Yeah, keep going. Stop. Go over that bridge.
You cross over this bridge.
Yeah. Then we cross
Then
over
this
the bridge. Yeah, that's it. Exactly right. Yeah.
Okay.
As long if that's okay, Jalea, do you?
Yeah,
do
no,
you
that's
concur?
good. That's a good way.
Yeah.
And the other
Okay.
two can go over onto the other island via the other bridge and see if they can find Golan, I guess. Again, if the rest of the team concur that that's a good idea.
Yep.
Okay. And then you're expecting to find Golem somewhere on the big island. Okay. Right. Let's deal with the office first. Archier's offices, Gol Akandra, are located in the business district near the spaceport and look like most other houses in Beybasin. Low and a bit crooked, built from jungle wood and sheets of corrugated metal. Archier normally receives visitors, and you can see that because it's low, you can look up. It's only one story, but he's got a bit of a terrace with a bit of a pergola above it. There's some vines going to try and gentrify it, give him a bit of shade. So there's a rooftop terrace where you imagine he spends a lot of time surveying what he thinks of as his shipping empire here.
Obviously, as we're approaching, want to keep maintaining observation to see if we see anybody or any movement, any lights on, any signs of life in the office.
Okay, make an observation roll for me.
I will do that. Which gives me 7 dice.
Can I help? Can I?
Yeah, why not?
Is that possible? I don't
Throw
know.
a dice in.
Nice.
Well, don't literally throw a dice because it's not going to get all the way from your house to Dave's, but a metaphorical dice.
Yeah, okay. I've caught the extra die, and I get 2 successes out of that.
2 successes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The offices look dark, and they don't seem to be guarded at this moment.
What do you reckon, Jilly? Is it best to try and get on the roof and go into the roof again?
Yeah, maybe that seemed to work last time. Yeah. Climb up and in.
Is it going to be an easy climb for somebody as rubbish as me at climbing?
Well, let's get Jalea up there first with your survival.
Sure. Oh, 1 success. There we go.
Okay, it's
Hopefully that's enough.
it's not massively easy. It's not like there's a handy dandy fire escape or anything. You did have to kind of brace yourself between this building and this building to get up there. So it is quite difficult. I think it would be hard to help Ocean up there. I will give you, Ocean, an unaided roll if you want to, or alternatively, Jalea, you can go downstairs and let him in the front door.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll have a look around. I'll try and get in and then head downstairs and see if there's a
Side door. You can
side door or
Okay.
a window or something that I could open up.
But you're looking for a side door rather than a front door.
Yeah, not the obvious one. Yeah.
Okay. What's your? Have you got something like infiltration or?
Infiltration, yes, I do. I have 2 in that, which would give me 5 dice with the agility.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No successes.
No successes.
Oh no,
Okay,
yeah.
Can I, while she's doing that, can I be like peering in through a window to see what I can see? Again, using my infiltration.
Yes, you can be, but it's all
Stay hidden.
pretty dark.
Does that mean I get a roll or not?
What are you trying to do with an observation roll
I'm just trying to look in and see if I can see any movement or
and
anything.
a random roll?
Suggests...
Okay, go ahead. Fill your boots.
Well, I get 1 success that time.
Okay, do you want to give me a darkness point to bolster it?
No.
Okay, I will put the darkness point back. And
You have enough darkness points, Matt.
I do. I have 29 and I haven't spent any yet. However, I'm about to spend some now. I'm just going to make a random roll, 50-50 chance that they're asleep or not. Oh, you're lucky, so I'll only spend 1 darkness point. On your way down, you're navigating. You're pretty good at your eyes adjusting to the darkness. You don't choose the front door, and you go towards a kind of back door, and that back door is actually kind of on this side here. So the front door kind of faces the island. But the back door here is in a narrow sort of kitchen space, and you're lucky that they're still asleep, but you didn't notice that there's 2 guys sleeping, wrapped up in blankets, laid out on bedrolls in the kitchen space that you were about to transverse to open the door. And let's leave it there, shall we, while we're thinking about that?
Yeah.
And cut to Yakub and to Adib. And you're looking for your man, in fact, this man. I have got him already up and running, hopefully. So let me share the screen again. Oh, come on. Where's he gone? He was here a moment ago.
Gone to the cantina instead of the ducks. He's just walked off somewhere.
He's here. He's on this screen. Oh, no, yeah.
He's had a change of heart and he now wants to make good and tell somebody about all of the bad stuff he's been doing.
While I'm doing that, I guess it's going to have to be an observation roll or something. Who's best at that? One of you can help the other.
I have 6 dice of observation. Paul, how's yours?
I have 5 dice of observation, but I've seen him before, so that must give me a couple of bonus dice, surely.
I'll give you one bonus dice.
Oh, come on, you got
And
29
you rub it
darkness
in.
points. You got 29 darkness points.
Okay, I'll spend a couple of those darkness points, and he's changed. Do you want that?
I suspect Dave and Tony might appreciate you losing some darkness points.
He's got so many, though.
I'm not sure, as a GM, you're supposed to use your darkness points as a threat against the players. Do you want me to do that? Do you?
Is that what you want?
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah, that's probably right. I'm probably not meant to do that, but never mind. That's what
It's
the
too
way
late
I
now.
roll.
So I'm on 6 dice, Tony.
Okay,
based
you roll
on
then.
our
I'll help. I'll help.
Generous
So
GM. So
take
I'll
one-
get it.
take 1 more die from me helping.
Right, 7 dice then, and I get a 1 success.
One success means you do catch a glimpse of him in the distance, and he hasn't changed. He's still on foot. He is having a conversation with somebody. For 1 success and for 2 darkness points, as you catch sight of him, you see. Well, actually, somebody that you. Oh no, you were there, weren't you? You tortured those guys. You see one of the jackals, now free of whatever bonds you put them in, come running.
They were spliffed up on Opal.
Yeah,
We gave them a huge overdose
Yes.
of Opal, so they're going to be out for 12
To
hours.
make sure they were going to be out for the whole night.
Yeah, well, that's what you thought.
That's why he spent 2 darkness points.
And this is the woman whose name I can't quite remember.
Oh, not the one I stabbed in the leg.
Not the one you stabbed in the leg. I think the one you threatened to shoot, or one of you threatened to shoot.
Yeah, I threatened to kill one of them.
Yeah, I think. What's her name? I've actually got a name for her somewhere. Aza. She's the one who finally capitulated and told you his name. She is looking a bit worse for wear, looking a little bit wide-eyed, but she seeks him out, and just as you spot him, she grabs him, pulls on his jalaba, and whispers an urgent conversation into his ear. You can't. You're not near enough to hear what she's saying.
How many other people there is? Is there
There's
anyone
other
else
people around, stevedores and stuff. There's some stuff being loaded onto boats, which
Is there anyone else with Golem?
Nobody who looks particularly like they're with him, like bodyguards or anything like that.
No.
Are there any black scarves floating around?
Oh, go on, make an observation roll.
Three successes that time.
3 successes, okay. 3 successes, 3 darkness points. Yeah, there is a patrol of black scarves. They're not particularly taking any notice of what you're looking at, but there are just a couple of them floating around in case you're thinking that you're going to be
Violent.
Are these just the militia guys? The black scarves?
Yeah. I'll subtly point them out to Yakib and say, we really need to avoid those guys. They're dangerous, very dangerous. How many of them were there?
I think I can't remember if I said 2 or 3. I'll spend 3 darkness points.
Just one?
No, I reckon it's at least 2.
It was a youth worker.
I'll be generous and make it only 2.
2's probably quite a lot to handle. They're very well, from what I saw, they're quite well tooled.
Well, I think we should try and avoid getting into a fight with them if we can. Let's just try and blend in with the crowd, or find just kind of somewhere where, in a particularly non-suspicious looking way, we can just kind of keep out of their way. But somewhere we can hopefully try and still keep an eye on Golem, see what he does.
Can we sort of find a stall and be on the opposite side of it so we can see them relatively easily, but they'll have a hard time seeing us?
Yeah, I would have thought there's some oyster seller or something like that who's serving the stevedores late at night with cockles and mussels and oysters and stuff like that, dredged up from the muddy river here. And he's always got a little bit of a crowd around him, sort of standing there, just cracking oyster shells open and scooping them into their mouths. Bowl of lemons there. So yeah, you can mingle in that crowd and kind of position yourselves to get a bit of a view, but most of his cart and the crowd itself between you and the and Artia.
So these aren't the same black scarf guys that you met earlier, Eddie? So they've
You
not,
don't think exactly the same, no, Paul, but
they're not necessarily going to
recognise Paul.
know or think there's nothing particularly suspicious
No, but if
necessarily about us.
no, but if it's not them on, if oh God, I've forgotten his name.
Golem.
Yeah.
If Gola sort of
Golam.
Golam raises the alarm, we could be in trouble if they come after us.
Well, let's make
That's
sure.
what I'm more worried about.
Okay, well, let's try and make sure we don't give Golem any reason to raise the alarm at the moment.
But you're not approaching him. You're letting him have this conversation with the
Aza?
with the jackal.
Yes, and I think we're not approaching that at the moment.
Okay, so you can see her gesticulating wildly, pointing back towards the Opal den. You can see him slightly asking questions. You may notice them looking at the black scarves, but then he kind of makes a motion to dismiss the idea of asking them for help. He sends her off somewhere. And she goes, and if we go back to the map here, give me a moment. Where's that map gone now? It's playing with me.
The bad karma of all those darkness points. You need to give half of them away and it'll get better, I'm sure. The icons are saying, don't be so hard on them. Be nice. Be a nice GM. Be a nice GM.
I'm doing the darkness point thing. I'm giving you a darkness point, spending darkness points as well as I can. Right. Come back to Zoom and start sharing. For some reason it hasn't seen it share. Let's try again. Map. Share. Okay. So you are down on the docks here.
Yep.
You're probably looking from not very far away because these buildings are quite cramped. But he sends her, and unless you follow her, you will lose where she's going after she rounds this corner. But she seems to be heading in this direction along this bit of the docks.
Okay, I don't think we should follow her, but let's just warn Oshon and July in case she's heading back towards the offices.
Okay.
So to try and find a quiet spot where I can communicate with Oshon.
Back to you, Dave. You're looking through the window. Can't really see anything, but then you get a little whisper in your ear from Ocean.
From Yakub.
Yeah, you are.
You are Oshon.
I do talk to myself quite a lot, actually, but I wouldn't normally do it over the radio. So
That's fairly pointless.
After all, you're standing right there.
Is it the sort of like monologue, like the office was dirty and just full of secrets? You know, is it that kind of monologue inside Ocean's head?
I doubt it's that interesting.
Or that clean. all that broadcastable.
It could be. We just kind of start this off as a noirish detective thing.
Yeah.
So by all means, give yourself an internal monologue anytime you want. Get an extra experience point for it.
Walking along this bridge, I couldn't hesitate but think that this was similar to that place where I met the girl in Coriolis.
Yeah.
The less said about the girl, the better. Anyway, moving on.
So Yakub, what are you telling Oshan?
I'm going to say one of those goons that we thought we'd knocked out in the Opal den is up and about. We've just seen them talking to Golem. She's headed off. We can't see where, but she could be headed your way.
Okay, I'll give the kind of standard covert confirmation of one click on the radio without saying anything.
Ooh, fancy. Right. Okay, let's cut back to you then, Jalaya. You were about to step on one of two bodies lying on the floor, gently snoring.
Just cut their throats while they sleep.
Just murder them while they sleep.
Yeah, I'm not there obviously to say that.
Yeah, I'm a little bit unlikely to just murder them while I sleep. However, right. So is there a door like opposite or a quick kind of?
Yeah, this is a narrow room that they're kind of sleeping almost under. If you imagine, a sort of staff kitchen in some rundown offices.
Sure,
but it's not just a staff kitchen. It's also what appears to be a bedroom for these two. Yeah.
All right.
They're sleeping on rollout things. So if you want to, you're heading there to open the back door for Dave, but you don't think you can. But even if you could step over them to open the door, you'd be knocking them in one of them or both of them in the head. Right. Which may be a tactic. I don't know.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking about doing is, I don't know. There must be like if stuff in the office kind of thing that would be for possibly valuable or making this look like I'm just running off with some stuff. Kick them a bit and then run screaming down the street. So hopefully they follow me. I don't know, eventually get lost in the jungle. And then Dave or Ushin has got time to go in and root about, maybe.
Right. Well, that's a plan.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
You're not comdopped up with Dave. So
no, I know.
It's a plan that you can have on your own.
Yeah.
And decide whether it's a good one or not.
Yeah, let's find out.
There is definitely something to steal in the offices. What sort of thing are you looking for?
I don't know. Something that wouldn't necessarily, like something that it can't be papers or files or anything like that. It needs to look
something glitzy, isn't it?
Glitzy and like, oh, that's obviously worth stuff. I'm not, she's not a spy or anything. As soon as they get close to her, they're going to realize she's not in this for corporate espionage or whatever he's got in his offices. She's just.
So I imagine, just to keep the vibe going here, that there are. I mean, obviously, everybody uses tabulars as their kind of main computing devices.
Mm-hmm.
But there's got to be a kind of fancy desktop tabular that's a bit like a Microsoft Surface, or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. There's one of those. You'd have to unplug it, but you could take that.
Yeah, she's not going to pick up the charger or anything like that. She just wants
okay. She's just taking the.
Don't ditch it once you've nicked it because it might have something useful on it. It might be exactly the thing I'm coming here to look for.
Oi, don't give her any advice.
She runs off with all the evidence you're looking for.
How many damage points is he going to spend on this? Yeah, so she's gonna like pull one of them off, go get one of these tabular things, and try and get like close to the door, and then maybe like if she manages to open it, like throw a cup or something on the floor to be obvious, maybe out one of the guys.
Okay, well, I think you're not going to be able to open the door without knocking one of these guys in the head. So yeah,
knock one guy in the head, throw a cup at the other one.
Okay.
And start the down the road.
I'm not going to make you make a roll for that because what are you going to do? Fail and knock him in the head harder, or make more noise?
Yeah.
So yeah, that happens. And you whack one of these guys in the head. You push a half-empty cup of chai, cold chai. Don't worry, you're not injuring him.
You're not scalding him. Just knocking a cup on him.
Off a counter and onto the other one. And there's a lot of confused spluttering and ow, what are you doing to my head, you idiot?
And then they'll be like, shout, oh crap, and that kind of stuff, like in Sogi, and then just start like running, maybe looking over my shoulder, being like, please follow me, please. Come on, this is the point, kind of thing.
Right.
Now, I was obviously expecting her to open the back door for me.
Yes.
I'm now hearing all of this.
Yes.
So I'm going to step back into a shadow.
Okay.
And then think, okay, ready to shoot if necessary. She's been caught.
Oh, right. Okay.
Not you.
Right.
I might want to shoot a deep, but not you.
I am going to just create some characters on the fly here because this has gone slightly in the direction that I hadn't been intending, but that's all good. That's what we do. Okay. So they've got 2 wits. I'm going to give them. Right. One of them definitely clocks what's going on and shakes the shoulder of the other one and says, Golam Sami is being robbed. Wake up, come, we must go. And you see these guys, they're not well dressed as they stand up. They're simply wearing chuddies, long sort of Indian underwear, naked on the top half. They're kind of scrawny, but also well-muscled arms and legs, and barefooted. That's the key thing I wanted to say. And they one of them is more alert than the other, but they come out of the back door. They look around and just test your infiltration, Ocean, to see whether they spot you.
Yeah, that's 5 dice. Do I get any bonus for getting myself into the shadow and being ready?
No, I'll give you a bonus since
I'm looking
not
for
so much
her.
you getting yourself into the shadow,
Yeah.
but her trying very hard to be seen.
Yeah.
Knock a bin over. And be
Okay.
like, oh,
I get 2 successes.
Okay, that's good enough. They get none, so they don't spot you, but they do spot you, Jalea, because you're trying awfully hard to be spotted. And they come running after you, and they're surprisingly fast.
Oh dear.
Almost like running is their trade.
oh dear.
Okay. As she runs out, do we get like a moment of eye contact where the plan becomes clear to me?
No, I don't think so.
No, she's just like, out the door.
Okay.
I
have a plan. This might not have gone well, but this is an opportunity. I hope there aren't more people in there.
So let's just stay with you, Jalea, as you go down the street here.
Yeah.
I guess we're going to make enough little gold. What are the skills? Oh dear, I've been starting to revise Beybasin for Friday. I'm getting very confused about what the different skills are in the different places.
You've got dexterity, if you're thinking of...
Dexterity, that's the one I want. Test your dexterity.
Just dexterity.
Well, it's a skill, so that's dexterity plus agility.
Plus agility.
Oh, agility. Yeah, sorry. Wrong way around. Oh. Again, no successes.
No successes.
Want to push that one?
All right, I'll push it then.
We don't want you to be caught in the first 10 yards and just dragged back as I'm going through the door, do we now?
No, in fact, no successes, even though I did push it.
Still no successes.
Still no successes.
Oh.
Give me a moment. Their agility is 4. And I'm going to give them 2 for that because that's their trade. Actually, give them 3. Give them 3. Right. I am afraid they grab you.
Oh.
How far did she get?
What are you doing taking our master's things? Are you a burglar?
I'm poor. I've gotten, look, this, I could trade this. This would be great for
Dave,
her.
what you asked how far she can get. She was kind of waiting within sight for them to come out. And then, of course, disappearing around a corner.
So are they 50, 100 yards away? Can I
As
hear
far
this?
as you're aware, at least 50 yards away.
Right.
She's out of sight now,
Okay, I'm gonna
and you can hear them shouting like they've caught her.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be quick then. I'm gonna go in quickly, using my infiltration to make sure there's nobody else there with my carbine up, and see what I can find.
Okay. Let's you go in. Let's just deal with what happens with Jalea. These guys are poor. You immediately think that they are more scared of Archie Garland losing stuff than they are necessarily guards protecting his stuff. But they're very keen to grab the tabula back off you. But you think if you just gave it to them, they might not press charges or call for the watch or anything like that.
Can't hear you, Millie.
You on mute, Millie? You're not on mute.
We can't hear you anymore.
No, can't hear you.
We've lost your sound, Millie. Right, well, let Millie sort out her sound. Let's go back to you, Dave, and into the office.
Right.
So you nip into the office. What can I tell you about the office?
So is this just like one big room with this kitchen thing attached to it?
No, it's a bit of a jungle of rooms, as it were. It's all jerry built. This kitchen thing is the sort of the back end. Then there's a sort of reception room. Then off that there's an office, and off that there's a bedroom, and also in the office there's stairs up to the roof as well.
Right. Okay. Office first, I guess. Well, yeah, office first, and then if I've got time, I'll have a quick nose in the bedroom.
Okay. So, what are you looking for in particular?
I guess I'm looking for tabulas, papers.
Well, there's a space where there's a great big fancy desk tabular, but that appears to have gone.
Papers, anything that looks like correspondence, or is there like a communicator system there that I could look at the log on it, that kind of stuff?
Okay.
I guess tabulas and papers, really, because I want stuff I can grab and then get out with.
Given that she's still on the tabular, I'm going to make it very easy for you. You find a filing system, and it has to be said that he's got pretty good files.
He's got pretty good files.
He, everything's in the right order. He's very meticulous in his filing. And so I think I can send you a thing. Give me a moment. Can't find it. Again, they disappear, all of them. I will...
if there's anything there that looks valuable as well, I'm going to grab those too.
There's not... Well, I would...
Try and make it look like a robbery rather than a targeted thing.
I'm going to open that up. And I'm going to share the screen on that. So, no, not that. That. So, you find this file which talks about a bunch of stuff. You've seen this X referred to in the previous thing, I think.
Was that what the letter was signed?
Or
was it 2X or was it?
No, you're going to make me go back to that one. But anyway, this you feel explains the fate of the cargo, as it were, that you are looking for. It seems to indicate a number of slaves, Sogoi slaves, 8 of those, each valued at 80 burr, heading to somewhere.
Delivery to Little Algol.
Yeah, Pier 58 in Little Algol. 8 Algolans, 2 Angolans, each worth 250. 1 Mirren, 350, and 6 mystery cargoes worth 650 each.
And Little Algol is where exactly?
Little Algol is part of the conglomerate around the monolith. The main, the conglomerate is the main city of Kua. It is, broadly speaking, your clue to Act 2 of this adventure. just sticking it out there.
Yeah, I kind of worked that one out. Yeah.
There is some other stuff, though, some interesting stuff that you notice. I'm not sure whether you would necessarily recognize it. But there is a stash of metal bars coated in kerosene, like ingots, like gold ingots. They're not gold.
Can I have a culture?
You have technology?
I do have technology, yep. That's even better than culture.
Okay, then roll your technology.
I get 1 success.
Yeah, you've never seen it in this form, but it feels like, and this idea that they're smothered in kerosene suggests that this is a metal called neodymium, and it's quite a valuable, rare metal. So you wonder whether
I know what it's used for?
Yeah, with your technology, you're not brilliant on it, but you're aware that it's something to do with stasis beds, lasers, and stuff like that. Do you have science?
I don't have science, no. Maybe I'll take a point.
That's probably as much as you can get out of it.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's, I mean, you could steal these, but it would weigh you down a bit.
How much?
There's also nice wines and stuff like that, but nothing of any. This is the only thing that looks like it's a particular value, and it's hidden in the bottom of the filing cabinet. So,
how many encumbrance lines would it take for me to carry those?
How many have you got?
How many would it take?
How many have you got?
Well, if I dropped everything, I'd have 6.
There's probably more than 6. There's probably more than 12 here, and I reckon it would be 2 bars per encumbrance line. But there's a stack of 20 or something like that here.
I'm going to grab a couple of bars then. I'm just going to take 2.
Okay, make a note. 2 bars of neodymium on one of your lines.
Yep. And I'm going to scatter his files around and make it look like a robbery. But I'm going to take the thing that's on the screen.
Okay. Yes, I'm going to actually send that to you.
Yeah.
Which I will send via something.
And if I can't hear people coming back to the door, I'm going to poke my nose into the bedroom.
Right. Let's cut back to you. Are you talking, Millie, now?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
There we
Yay.
go. Hooray! We fixed it. I don't know what went wrong, but it's all right now. Hooray! So a bit of a bit of a comedy sort of like, I'll give you back, and then not let go and have a bit of a tug of war and eventually just trying to delay and make it last as long as I can and just be like,
okay,
annoying.
I reckon you could do that. What's your basic? Well, let's go with melee combat.
Okay, that's a strength. So that's 4 dice.
Okay.
I get 1 success.
Okay, well, you try and delay them for as long as possible, but in the end, they grab it off you. And Dave, as you're filling your pockets, you hear them coming back in to the building.
Okay, I better go up onto the roof then as my escape route.
Okay, could I get you to roll infiltration?
Yep. That's 5 dice. Have a darkness point, Matt.
Thank you very much.
And I get 1 success on my reroll.
They don't. Oh, hold on. There's 2 of them. Yeah, actually, one of them would have to help, really. Okay, they don't hear you, so you manage to sneak up there.
Yep. Okay.
You
and
can
then
hear them talking in the local language, which I don't think you particularly know because you're
I'm not
Zenithian from.
No. No, I'm from Menkar.
But they seem to be worried and relieved in terms of tone of voice.
I want to get off that roof as quietly and quickly as possible.
Okay.
And then get a
dexterity, isn't it?
I guess so. My dice pool just decreases by 1 for each of these skills, effectively. Yeah. Okay. I get 4 dice, and I get 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. You. I'm going to spend a darkness point now, and the bars of neodymium fall down in your scramble down the side of this building. You can pick them up again if you want.
I will.
Okay.
Whilst making sure that nobody's about to cosh me on the back of the head as I bend over.
Meanwhile, Jalea.
Yeah.
You were there when you saw these jackals, weren't you, in the board den?
Yeah, I think I was there. Yeah.
So you see the one that you've seen before. That I don't know whether you're aware that they're coming back. Actually,
no, I'm not. No, because it was only
so you're a bit surprised to see one of them heading slightly drunkenly back towards the office, down the alleyway that you're going down.
Ooh, I'm gonna throw a stone at it. I don't know. Oh crap. Does it look like they're the only person around here? There are many other people around.
Right now.
All right. I'm just gonna shout "Free Beybasin" and throw a stone at her, and then run away.
Okay.
And just be like, you.
Let's do your missile combat to see whether you hit her.
Where are we? 1, 2.
This would be a great cinematic moment if, at the moment you did that, the assault started and a shell landed on her.
Yeah. Boom. I actually get 1 success on that.
1 success.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. Tony. No, not Tony. Dave. You're Ocean. You're coming around the corner with having put everything together. And just as you come around the corner, you see ahead of you this jackal that you thought you'd doped up on Opal, but you knew she was on the way back. However, beyond her, you also see Jalea hitting a stone, and you got 1 success, right?
Yeah.
So you hit her. She is
armed.
Armored and armed. But give me a moment, because cinematic moments do happen in this game. But first of all, I just want to deal with the stone. Well, the jackals are in the previous act, aren't they? That's what. Or the early part of the act. There's the jackals. Okay. No. Ow! You hit her, avoiding any of the armor that she's wearing, right on the back of the head. But at that point, and I read from here, just so that you can see I'm not making this up. Mortar fire. A stray grenade comes screaming through the air towards, and I'm going to actually catch all three of you in this one. Can you all make it lands on her? She's gone. But Jalea and Dave, can you make a demanding dexterity test, which is to say -1 dice?
All right. Oh, I rolled 3 5s.
That's not good. Do you want to?
I got one success
You got 1 success
on 3 dice. Yeah.
So Dave, you're aware of the sound of a falling mortar from I don't know where, the action films that you've been watching. You're not a veteran at all, are you?
No.
But Jalea, you immediately throw yourself flat for cover. But Jalea, you're a bit. I think you're probably a bit proud of the fact that you knocked on the back of the head.
Yeah, I hit her on the back of the head, and then I'm like,
Do I get a chance to scream down to give her a bonus?
No.
no, I'm shouting with free Beybasin at the top of my
Okay.
voice.
Can you take 3 points of damage?
Ow. Yes.
As you are catapulted backwards by the somewhat more explosive stone than you thought you'd thrown.
Yeah. Ow.
And indeed, the attack has started. Let us cut back to you guys.
Can I, on the communicator, I'm just going to say to Yakub, I've got the stuff. Let's get the hell out of here. I've got what we need.
So Yakub and Adib, you're just watching. He sent this person off, but he desperately trying to look like everything's normal and not being worried. He's just carrying on with his business, checking things off against a notepad he's got, and trying to make sure nothing's out of place. But then the attack happens, and you see him immediately thrown into a panic. Are you doing anything? Oh, and explosions start happening, and then you get the message from Ocean.
Okay, so have we prearranged a rendezvous point?
I don't think you had, no.
No, probably not. So what's Golem doing? So he's in a panic, but is he kind of heading off somewhere, or is he what's he actually doing as a result of this panic?
Well, he's really torn. He's absolutely really torn. You can see him kind of step a couple of steps running back towards the office, and then he looks at this boat that's loaded up and ready to go down the river, and you can see him kind of eyeing up. Should he go to the office, or should he just get on this boat and get the captain to
how big a boat is this? It's just like a big transport boat.
Yeah,
cargo.
it's a sort of barge. So it's I don't know, 100 feet long, something like that, 16 feet wide, piled high with all sorts of cargoes, including Artier's cargo, but not necessarily only Artier's cargo. It's got a swarthy, stocky, kind of bargey character on there who's not as thrown by the sudden attack as you expected he might be, but is definitely thinking that he might be casting off and heading downriver out of range of any stray mortars.
And is downriver back towards the conglomerate?
Downriver will be going to to the conglomerate. Most of the trade is between the conglomerate and most of what goes out of Beybasin goes towards the conglomerate, first of all.
And is this boat big enough? How many people can I see on it? Can I kind of jump on it and hide somewhere without being seen, do you think?
I'd make that quite a difficult infiltration roll to hide. You could definitely easily jump on it at the moment because it hasn't really gone anywhere, but to find a hiding place among all these crates might be difficult.
Okay, well, I think I'm going to try anyway. I'm going to say,
okay.
Adib, it's been a pleasure. Good luck with the attack.
Thanks.
You could probably come with us if you want, but
It would be better if you stay here, Adib, I think, because I've got things for you guys to do.
It's probably best if I stay here. They probably need somebody to blow things up soon.
That's probably true. Yeah, apparently you're quite good at that. I'm going to try and get the boat because I think there might be some slaves on it.
Okay. So you make an infiltration roll, please.
Did you say that was at -1?
Did I say that?
No,
Yes,
definitely. You definitely didn't say that. No, you said +3, I think.
No. I said it would be quite difficult. So make it a -1.
This probably won't go well.
As a parting gift for my good friend Yakib, before he does his roll, can I use my traveller talent to ask the games master a question, and he must answer yes or no truthfully?
Okay. You can always use your traveller talent. Does it cost a darkness point?
Unfortunately, yes.
Thank you. I love darkness points. I will, of course, speak the truth and only the truth.
But I want to confer with Yakib first. So, Yakib, I can ask him one question, and he's got to answer truthfully. I was thinking of asking if this river/boat heads to Little Algol.
It will, if it's not heading direct to Little Algol, it will be heading within the region of Little Algol. Yes, definitely. It goes down to the. Would you believe it? I thought, oh, maybe I should do a map of the conglomerate just to show where everything is. Oh no, they're not going to get there this time. I'll leave that till next week. But if I had that map, I'd be saying, look, here's the Dockland areas. This is Little Algol. You know, even if it's not actually Little Algol, then it's near enough.
Oh, right. So thank you for that information. Perhaps we should have asked that. Obviously, that didn't use my traveller talent because you answered with more than a yes or a no. Yakib, any question you want me to ask him before I bow out?
You're not bowing out yet. You've got another half hour, mate. You've got a free Beybasin. That's what the woman shouted when she hit the woman with the other woman with the stone and started this whole war.
True. Do you want to take advantage of that, Tony, or not?
Well, yes. Are there some of Golem's slaves on this boat?
No.
That's my one contribution.
Okay, I'm probably not going to try and get on the boat in that case. Because I guess we've got the address of where it's going anyway.
Okay. You see Tony you see Yakub half stepping onto the boat, and then you tell him, I don't think your slaves are on that boat. You can see it's all cargo of opal leaves and things like that. You tell him.
Okay, fair point. Thanks, Adib. Okay, I'll abort.
Meanwhile, though, again, you are keeping a track of Archer, and he shouts to the skipper of this boat, "Give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes only." I don't think they use minutes in this world. It says, "Give me give me 3 long draughts of a hooker's pipe. I will be back soon." And
it's a very unwieldy measurement of time, isn't it?
yeah,
Long
and
draughts of a
I
hooker pipe.
there's
That's
a whole
quite-
article here. We'll work something out for the things other than minutes and hours. So and then having got as much of an assurance from the skipper that he will hold on, he rushes back towards the office.
I wonder if we should
I'm going to get on the
detain
communicator
him.
situation saying, Golem's obviously in a panic and he's heading back towards the office. So I don't know if there's something else there that we might better find out. And I'm going to go after Golem.
And you're chasing back towards Golem. Okay. Paul, what's Adib doing?
You're muted.
The attack is happening.
Unmuting his mic. I think Adib at this moment is probably just going to follow your key because there's not a lot happening in the direction of the docks, I don't think, is there?
Okay. Well, I think what you can see, given that there's really only one way in and out of this
I
town,
want to put the map back up again, Matt.
and I'm going to put the map back up again. Give me a moment. It will have disappeared again, I'm sure, because it's it's still here. No, you seeing anything
Not yet.
now?
Yeah.
Got it. So we decided that there was only one real route into town, and it's this way, past the harbour docks. You guys are on this bit, which is all part of the harbour docks. You can see there's mortars going on from all over the cliffs up here. You can see the main body of men are charging this way towards you. And they are your compatriots. You can see them. They're not going in willy-nilly. They're kind of using urban warfare techniques. They're covering each other, moving from building to building, but they're going pretty quickly because at the moment there is no opposition. And indeed, what you're hearing around you, Tanem, the stevedore Akbar that you primed, Messina's, is grabbing a concealed weapon and saying, to arms, down with the Berbasils. And so it's all cracking off, and you can start hearing things. You guys, Dave and Jalea, Oshan and Jalea, you're over here, aren't you? Still somewhere.
Yeah. Once Tony gives me the nod that Golem is coming, I want to get into a position to see this bridge.
Okay, I think
by
Jalea
6
crossed over that bridge when she was here, so I think this is where the mortar strike happened, but it didn't put the bridge out. So you are about here at the moment.
Okay. Has
So I'm going to interrupt you. Suddenly, there's an explosion from somewhere over here,
Whee. only one.
and another one,
Hey.
and a sequence of 3 more.
Excellent. I'm gonna give Jelly a quick high five, and then I think I want to be on the other side of the bridge.
Which side of the bridge? The office side of the bridge.
On the office side. So if we know that Golem is coming and Tony is chasing him, I want to get him trapped on the bridge between me and Tony so we can talk to him.
Okay.
So I'm going to wait on this side of the bridge with my carbine ready to level at Golem as he comes over.
Okay. Things are moving pretty quickly. The mining Akbar, whose name I've suddenly forgotten, and a group of
Mori
Daka and a group of dirty-faced miners with mining helmets on and their lamps shining, are charging across this bridge as well, saying, take the airport, let's get to the airport quickly. The spaceport, I mean, and they're moving towards that island there. But you can ignore them unless, Jalea, you feel a patriotic duty to join your fellow.
Maybe, I don't know. She probably can't hear anything because she just got
yeah.
thrown
Actually,
away
you've got
with
ringing in your ears.
Yeah. And it's all a little bit confusing, but exciting, which is not necessarily what she enjoys. So yeah, I guess she'll just sort of spend maybe longer than she should because she can't hear a thing, trying to stand up and get ready and get work out which bits should be on the inside and if any of these exploded bits are in fact her own.
Yes. There's quite a bit of bits. Yeah. Let's agree with that.
So she's not doing much.
So you're kind of hanging around on this island. You're the rich guy from Coriolis has stepped across the bridge. You're still a bit confused about what's going on, and then you see stepping across this bridge, running towards you, swerving down here, another wealthy guy dressed in the finest silks that he could purchase from Dabaran. A waft of perfumed oil assaults your nose as he runs past you. And he heads out across that bridge. And then following on from him, you see your old friend Yakub and your charge Adib following behind.
So if I've seen Adib, I'm gonna follow up and catch up with Adib. I'm gonna stick with him.
Okay. Yeah, you did follow on, didn't you, Adib? Yeah. Okay. So your quarry, Archia Golam, heads out across this wooden bridge here. At which point, Dave?
Yeah, so I'm gonna stay in as much cover as I can, but so he can see me. I'm leveling my rifle at him, and I'm challenging him. Archia Golam, stand still and surrender, or I fire. And Overwatch.
We haven't got time for this. We haven't got time for this. Give me.
Is he still moving?
Is he still moving? Yeah, he's he's given pause. I think given pause by a rifle, but he's stepping towards you with his hands open. We can make a deal, but let us not make a deal now.
I'm firing a warning shot past his head. And now I'm shouting, "Stay still, hands up."
He turns and starts to run, but then I guess notices you at the other side.
Behind, with my carbine drawn.
Who are you?
Stand still.
What do you want with me? I'm just an honest merchant. Help, help, I'm being robbed, he says. But the militia aren't particularly...
Is there explosions still going from the yards where the things were? And
yeah, if you want a nicely timed explosion now, the fifth one goes off.
Yeah, that was me, by the way. walking closer towards him. You've been sending slaves and people that you've been capturing in the wilderness to somebody in Little Algol.
I know nothing about slaves. I know nothing about slaves.
I have the proof, and you're going to tell me about it, or I'm going to shoot you dead here.
And you're going to tell us as well, what are you running to find? The city's under attack. Any sensible person would just get out as soon as they could. What are you
a sensible person would, and that's why I urge you to be sensible people. I can give you passage to the conglomerate, and we could all drink tea together and have this discussion in more civilized circumstances. But please hurry. Let me go and do a tiny little bit of business. I must make sure my affairs here are in order.
Tony,
what
you've got the manipulate.
business?
I'm just going to clip the hammer
Yeah.
back, point the gun directly at his face, and let Tony do the talking.
Okay, I'll give you an extra die for that incentive, Tony. That is Dave's help. However, manipulation is this guy's thing. So let's see how we do.
I'm going to say what
So,
business is so important that you run back into the middle of a battle to conclude it.
And how many successes do you get on your
Well, we'll find out after you take a darkness point and I roll again.
Okay.
I get 2 successes.
Darkness points. Okay.
2 successes.
2 successes.
Yes.
Okay, you beat him.
hey,
He says, I am very rarely honest with everyone. So you know that because I am telling you this, I am being honest with you. Back of the gun. And this is an incentive towards honesty. You are changing me. You are making me a changed man. Now, I really have been doing some illicit business, and I would prefer that there is no evidence of it. I have some papers in my office and a tabula, which I would like to wipe clean before we leave this, but then we could have a wonderful new life on a boat, sailing down the river without a care in the world. I have, I think, some potted ham, some wine, some honey.
A quick question to Adib and Jalea. Is this guy one of the people that you're here to overthrow, or is he likely to be your ally to your troops?
I don't know.
I want to kill him. He's a
I
slaver.
am always an ally to everyone. I'm an ally to you, sir, even though you are rough and jungle-born.
He deals in slaves. I hate him. He probably sold me when I was a child.
I deal in all sorts of things. Slaves are a sideline. Honestly, I didn't want to be a slave. In fact, I was forced into it, and I can put you in touch with the people who did it.
Matthew, did I notice Jalea run out with the tabula when she ran out?
Yeah, I think you saw it was a tabula she was carrying.
Yeah. Okay.
But she hasn't got it now.
No, I gave it back.
Yeah, but there's 2 scantily clad blokes in there that, frankly, we can just. Yeah, we don't need this guy. Do what you like, Adib. As far as I'm concerned. Yeah,
Be my guest.
If I kill him, guess who's going to get a darkness point? Is there any rope lying around?
I'm sure we're at a docks. You can find some rope.
I thought I'd ask.
If Adib and Jalea, you are content that you've got this guy under your control, I think me and Yakub should go and get that tabula, and we'll leave you to kill this guy.
I want to tie the guy up and give him to Dally Osman. Might earn me some brownie points.
I'm going straight back to the office, Matt.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the office as well then.
When you get to the office, you find that the door that you were using, the kitchen door, is closed now, and something has been put against it.
Okay.
So on the other side, so we can't get in, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Is it dexterity to try and climb up onto the roof?
It would be if you're not trying to sneak up onto the roof, yes. Oh, no, says Dave. I want to sneak up onto the roof because my infiltration is better. No, it's dexterity.
I hadn't quite thought that at that point, actually.
No, I just know the way your mind works.
So I don't know, Tony, if you want to make a noise here, try to kick the door in or something, and I'll climb up and go in through the roof.
Yeah, I'll just bash on the door. Say, open up, and we might not kill you if you open up now.
Okay, I'm climbing up then, Matt, and I've got 1 success.
Okay, one success. This is not your usual way of things. You
No,
like to
no.
go in through doors and rifle through files and generally be a cool detective. You don't like clambering up here. It's hard. You scrape your knees. It's quite an effort. Your arms ache, but you're on the roof. Tony, can I get you to make, I think, a force roll? Or do we have force in this game? I can't remember.
Yes, we do have force.
force.
I'm particularly poor at it.
I guess what you're trying to do is just attract their attention.
Yeah.
So I can get behind them and shoot them if necessary.
I do get one success on my force roll.
Okay, well, again, it's hard work, but you do push this hastily, and you realize it's an upturned, or it's a cabinet, filing cabinet is being pushed against the door to try and blockade it. But actually, with a good whack, you can push it away from the door and open the door.
Okay, well, I'll do that with my, and then immediately raise my carbine.
As soon as the noise happens, you can't see anybody, but you can hear voices saying, "Free Beybasin! Free Beybasin!" Paul, Adib, Jalea, what are you doing while these guys are doing their thing?
Gonna tie this dude up, like Adib said, and try and drag him back to Delhi. Aren't we?
Okay.
Yeah, and gag him.
Oh, gagging, yeah.
I don't want to hear his foul voice anymore.
Okay. Right. Yes, I think you deserve some reward for that, but we'll come back to that in a moment. In the end, following the voice, Yakub, you find sheltering under the desk two very scared looking what are they? Oh god, I can't think what the proper word for them is. He normally in the daytime, Artier has one of those sort of raised chairs. Palanquin, that's the word. These are the two guys that carry him about the city.
Okay.
Looking very grand in his palanquin, and you imagine they are Algolan slaves, and they are entirely capitulating. Dave, you come down the stairs when you.
Yeah, I'm going to say, try to reassure them. Say, they're dead, all right. We're not going to hurt you.
Don't hurt me.
We're not going to hurt you. You don't need to serve that.
Can I see the tablet in the office as I come down through it?
Yes, they haven't plugged the tabula back in.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to grab it.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, we can tell them you're free to go, guys.
We'd prefer to stay here and not get killed.
Okay, you're free to stay here as well then. But these mortars, you might not want to hang around with these things, and neither might we. Actually,
no.
But I'm thinking, Tone, if we can get somewhere safe. Now we've helped these people capture this place, then they can help us repair
the ship.
The ship.
Yeah.
Somebody so carelessly smashed up.
Okay, we're just coming into the last 6 minutes of this, so I'm going to fast forward through some of this. Because of your work in recruiting the various Akbars and destroying the militia's souped up tanks, this goes remarkably well for everybody, and the Shalkar forces go through this pretty quickly, secure the spaceport, and then make an attack, or rather they camp outside the encampment here, ready to muster their forces. But Dali Osman comes to find you, thanks you personally, Jalea, for sending the message and for introducing these fine, powerful people from Coriolis into it. Thanks to two of you for doing it, and says, we are still at war here, but I am confident we will take Beybasin and bring democratic rule to everybody hereabouts, and increase production in the mines and the opal fields by at least 20%.
By enslaving all the other guys.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
So I can give you very little for as Jalea will have shown you, we have very little in the way of resources. But is there anything you need?
Presumably I've got a pretty good idea what I need to repair the ship.
Exactly.
And
Well, actually, really what you needed were tools more than anything. You've got a number of spare parts and stuff. You just need heavy lifting gear and stuff like that.
So yeah, I shall ask for the things that I need and whether we can borrow them from here or take them from here as our price.
Yeah, and a lift back to where the ship is.
Yeah, and a lift back would be
So
nice.
we'd have to walk through the jungle.
I might suggest that you want to take that vehicle that the jackals had with the crane on the back.
The tractor vehicle, yeah. Because that could probably go in the hold actually.
Okay.
Yeah, probably put that in the car.
No, I don't think it can.
It can, it's quite big, you know. This isn't a small ship.
Well, is it? Well, maybe
it
it
is quite a small
can.
ship.
I'll think about it. Well,
There's the scooter
Danny
parked
Osmond may-
outside.
I'm sorry, Paul?
Don't forget the scooter that's parked outside. That will fit in your hole.
The grav
surely.
bikes, yeah.
Don't forget to get your rocket launcher off it before they take it away.
Oh, good point.
Well, I think you ought to let me have that as a.
Yeah, you can let us keep the rocket launcher.
I'll frame that in the bridge, above the pilot's console, just to remember you by.
Only if I can have a picture of me with it, with me standing next to the hole in the side of your ship.
As long as you don't mind me being in the picture going, then that's fine.
Yeah, with your gun pointed at your head.
Yeah, exactly. A before and after picture.
These negotiations, says Taliosman, they are obviously going to take some time. Can I recruit these two to finish off the Beybasils first, and then we shall come back? It will take you, some days to repair the ship. So we will have time to sort out these negotiations, I'm sure. Right now, we must liberate Beybasin. And shall we draw that to a close and talk about experience?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. We'll hang on a little bit longer, I guess, on the streaming before we do this, in case people are interested. I'll just make sure that you know everything you need to know. I think you do. Where are you heading next?
Well, Little Algol.
Little Algol, I suppose, yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. There
are a couple of names on there. We've got the pier where the stuff.
Yes, I will send you that file. And so I think that's all we need to know. I think that's enough to get you to the next adventure. Let us get the old book out and ask the old questions. For a start, I think everybody can have 3 experience points. Hold on. How many sessions did we do of this in the end?
Oh, more than 3.
4 or 5, maybe?
At least 4. Possibly 5.
4.
4, was it, Paul?
Yeah, I think it was 4, wasn't it? No. Millie and I did an extra session, 5.
We've done 2 here, at least. If not getting here as well.
Yeah, there's all the stuff about being shot down by someone with a rocket launcher.
Being shot down, and then the fight in the woods.
Okay, so
I think it's at least 4 with all 4 of us. I think.
Yeah. I
think so. Tony and Dave, you get 4 straight away.
Okay, cool.
Paul and Paul.
Millie.
Well, no, I'm just thinking. Paul, you get 5. Millie gets 6 because Millie and I had an extra session effectively.
Oh yeah.
So which even though it was only by text, it went very well. You role play very well. So and this is only if your character makes a guest appearance. So
yeah, she's Queen of the Jungle.
We need to have a reunion scenario with all the characters.
All the characters come back for the last session. Yeah.
We may, or there could well be something like that. We shall wait and see. I'm just going to find the questions. Everybody can take an extra one for overcoming a difficult challenge to help your crew reach its goal. Did any of you put you or your crew at risk because of your personal problem?
Yep, I'll shut the buggers down.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that one, but it was my decision that you shot the buggers down because when you shot them, it was...
Yeah, you did shoot us down before you even started.
Exactly.
We'll give you that extra one, Paul. Yeah. Anybody?
Can I
a moment?
Can I have 5 XPs for before I started playing Ocean as well, please?
No, they'd be ridiculous.
No, I need to sort out.
Extra generous to the guest stars for when they come back.
I need to sort out a new personal problem because the one I've got I don't like and I haven't been playing it. So.
Okay. Oh yes, it's about being racist, isn't it?
You can't trust the first come, which is really quite boring. Apparently.
Yeah.
So.
And well, I mean, although you're not sure whether you can trust a Deeb, Jalea seems to have earned your trust, and she's first come.
Yeah. So I think that's a very good way of explaining why I lose that problem, and I'll think of another one.
Okay. Did you learn something new about either yourself or any of your fellow characters?
No, probably not.
Sure we did.
Not for me. Oh, okay. Did I learn that I can trust first come?
Oh, go on. Let's have that one. Did you risk or sacrifice something for your PC buddies?
I gave up 650 birr. Does that count?
Yeah. You definitely sacrificed all your money. That counts a point. Tony, do you think?
Well, I think we risked quite a bit in general. Was it specifically for the buddy? I'm not sure.
No. Okay then. Did you act in accordance with your icons?
Don't think I did. My icon's the merchant, and I don't think I ever do. I think.
Well, you did the deal. You did all the deal making.
Oh, that's true. That is a good point. I suppose it doesn't necessarily just apply to buying stuff, does it?
No.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, I think maybe I did. Yes.
Okay.
On fire.
No, I don't think I did with Lady of Tears particularly.
I did a lot of travelling.
Mine's a traveller. You explored. Your job was to stay on that bloody ridge and not do any of this nonsense. So, in fact, take 2 because you also potentially endangered your crewmate Jalea by some of your actions. So you can.
My icon is the judge. I blew somebody up with a stone.
You blew somebody up with a stone, or so it seems to you, and you believe that.
Yeah.
So yeah, by all means have that. And Dave?
I'm not sure I did on this one. No, I don't think so. I think with...
No, you haven't been burying anybody. You've been quite good.
I have to be a bit kind of metagame-ish, I think, really, to get a lot of... there's not much opportunity to follow the Lady of Tears, really, I don't think. But I need to look at it in a bit greater detail, but not for this time.
Not for this time.
Don't think I
okay. So that's your experience points. Thank you very much to our 2 guest stars, Paul.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. Thanks, Millie. It's been great fun.
Yeah,
it has been brilliant. Yeah.
Thank you. Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And if anybody's streaming, John Selquist said it's been a thrilling session.
Cheers,
So
John. Glad you're enjoying it.
come back, I say, and I'm telling all anybody else who's not commenting or sees this later, do come back this weekend for the Free League Showcase, where there'll be all sorts of fun. Don't know whether there's any Coriolis. I can't remember, Dave. Actually being played. Oh, I think Sweden Rolls might.
I think there might be. Yeah, actually. Yeah. But yeah, pretty much everything actually.
Yeah. So so that's the next bit of streaming. We may, I guess, because of that, take a break next Monday, and also we need to recruit some new guest stars for the next act. So Tony, Dave, I'll have a look at the early part and whether there's a thing I can introduce you to, but there may be a break next Monday for us. Otherwise, it'll carry on the Monday after.
Cool.
So everybody, let's stop sharing this damn map that's been on the screen for everybody, and everybody can wave goodbye to our lovely listeners.
Bye.
And we will see you again soon. Thanks.
Yeah, bye,
again,
John.
Paul.
Cheers, John.
Thank you again, Millie.
Yeah,
Cheers.
thanks, guys. That was brilliant.
And I am trying to stop streaming.